turn of the century and into the 1910s, it was also always known as the dead ball era. Not a lot of home runs hit then. They played more of a running game, stealing bases, sacrificing, things like that. Well, part of the reason is they used baseball through the whole game. If it was fouled into the stands, an usher would come over and collect it from you. If you refused to give it up, they would show you the gate. They didn't allow fans to keep the baseballs. That tradition started in this ballpark. Charlie Weigman started that. Going to let the fans keep the baseball, that's their souvenir, and we'll get a new baseball. So now we'll go through about 8 dozen baseballs in a game. That actually changed baseball. Because all of a sudden with a fresher ball, guys started to hit them further. You started to see home runs. Babe Ruth came along a couple years later. We all know how that changed the game. 1918, speaking of Babe Ruth, he was a pitcher with the Red Sox back then. And the Cubs and the Red Sox squared off in the World Series that year. And I mentioned earlier, World War I was going on then. Charlie Weigman was a German guy. He wanted to make sure everyone knew whose side he was on. He wanted to honor all the Americans who were over in Europe. So before Game 1 played in Chicago, he ordered that the Star Spangled Banner be played. The fans loved it. They did it before Game 2. They went to Boston, they did it there, and now we have that tradition of playing what we now call our national anthem before sporting events that started here with Charlie Weigman in Chicago. You guys, if you have questions on anything, just raise your hand.